Interesting stories. Interesting people. Welcome to the Humble Badger Podcast.
Thank you for listening to this podcast today. You can support the podcast at The Humble Badger on Twitter and Facebook, or at The Humble Badger Podcast on Instagram. This episode is brought to you with the help of our promotional partners at Modern Mississauga Media. Modern Mississauga Media is all about exploring Mississauga through the lens of the 21st century. Find out more at modernmississauga.com. My name is Pablo Dawson. I am your host for this episode. And as you know, we always start off with something wacky, something weird, a random fact, what have you. And I know some of you might laugh at me, but the truth is, I did not realize that champagne only comes from specific regions in France. I did not know. Well, it's actually a French region known as Champagne. Anything else is known as sparkling wine. I didn't know that. I thought if you ordered champagne, it meant that, it was that kind of drink. But apparently not all places serve champagne. You have to be certified to serve champagne. It has to be certified that it comes from this region in France. I'd like to know, my co-host, who may know a thing or two about wine, I'd like to know what they think about that.
I don't know what you're insinuating with that comment, Pablo.
I'm insinuating that you are a winophile. Is that what they call them? I don't know.
Yes,
Sure.
That's the only type of file I am.
Okay.
Champagne. I didn't know about champagne. I have rubbed elbows with some of the aristocratic and Finnish people in my life. I used to have a Finnish
Are you suggesting I'm not one of those people?
You're not.
No, I see. Okay. Well, at least I'm clear of where I stand.
And she only, the boss that I had that was straight from Finland, and she only drank champagne, and she explained to me why it was called champagne against my will. I didn't really care. But I had to learn all about it because that's the only thing that she would drink, and thus my knowledge was born.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you guys want to know a little bit about me, I'll introduce myself.
Sure, that would be helpful.
All right. Entertainment journalist, comedy writer, current podcaster, and former improviser at Second City.
That's right.
Retired
and what is your
now.
name?
Let me check this paper. Hold on.
Yeah.
The Electric Links LK coming at you.
Yes, that's LK. And you can follow her at the Electric Links, right?
Yep, that's right. I'm new to social media, so there's not much content, but it's building.
Yeah, I don't think there's any content, is there?
I don't know. One pic. I think
there might be a
it.
picture?
Yeah, that's about it, though.
You created your Twitter account this morning, didn't you?
Listen, I'm old school, okay?
Yes.
I gotta get with the new school kids in this computertrons.
Well, one thing is for sure, champagne is definitely used in celebrations, and I think our guest definitely knows something about celebrating because they are very accomplished.
Hello. Thanks, Pablo. I guess so. My name is Jade Hilton. I am from Mississauga, Ontario. That's why I'm here, right?
Yeah.
But champagne. I love champagne because I went to school in a city called Champaign.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
What school was that?
It's called the University of Illinois.
Oh, right. The university. Yeah, in that's Champaign-Urbana or something, right?
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Oh, yeah. So you went to University of Illinois for what reason?
So I had a tennis scholarship, actually. So
Wow.
Look at that.
I know, that's pretty great.
So Bianca's not the only tennis star from Mississauga. I just want to say right there. So you went to Illinois on a tennis scholarship, the University of Illinois. You played for the Fighting Illini?
Fighting Illini.
Okay.
I actually did play against Bianca.
Oh, did you
I don't know if I told
really?
you that, yeah.
Who won? You have to tell us.
Who won? Yes.
Dish girl.
She beat me.
Oh.
Was it bad? Like, was it?
It was like 6'4", 6'4". It was
Well, that's not
Okay,
bad.
that's not that bad.
competitive.
right after that. That's when she
Blew up?
really
When she blew up. In
but-
fact, it was after that match. She's like, okay, I got this now. I know how to do it.
She knew.
She knew. See,
Yeah.
you spawned a career.
I guess.
So do you still play tennis or are involved in tennis in any way?
Yeah, so I'm coaching right now.
Okay.
So I'm still involved in tennis. I do still have a passion for it, but I'm not competing at the highest level anymore.
Okay.
Just coaching. I got a lot of students. Coach 6 days a week now.
Wow.
And
That's a lot.
What do you coach, like kids or teenagers or?
yeah, all ages.
Oh, yeah.
Kids, adults, teenagers, high performance,
Mm-hmm.
people who've never played before. So if you guys want tennis lessons, hit me up.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to go
I
for
think
that.
we'd be great on the court, Pablo.
Do they serve champagne on the court?
Depends where you go.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, then I'm now more intrigued.
We were intrigued.
Well, I thought it was like cricket. Not crickets. Cricket, the sport, because crickets are a completely different thing. No, because in cricket, in Test cricket, they break for tea. Which I think is awesome to break for tea in the middle of a competitive sport. So if they do serve champagne on the tennis court, that's how you get me in.
Break for champers, anyone?
That's right.
So you say that you're moving away from the tennis, you're actually playing tennis, but you're shifting your focus to another passion of yours. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So I am a singer-songwriter, and that is my main focus now, along with the tennis, but that's trying to make that my full-time gig. And, music has always been a part of my life, but it wasn't something that I really was like, I'm going to make it a career until I finished university. And finally I had control of whatever I want to do. So I was like, why not? Just do what you love.
And you've been playing music your whole life?
Yeah, I actually started on the violin when I was 5. My Asian mother, she put me in the...
Shout out to all those Asian mothers out there putting their kids in.
Yeah, basically
classically trained instruments right off the cuff.
The message she's sending is that if you do put your kid into violin at 5, they will not only become a great musician, they will also get a full scholarship to an American university for tennis. So there you go.
A girl can dream, can't
That's
she?
right, yeah.
Hey, with tennis and music being both disciplines, you've clearly spent a lot of time in trying to hone your craft. Do you ever draw any comparisons between the two?
For sure, yeah. I'd say work ethic is the thing that you can really compare between the two. Or arts, I say they're both arts. Tennis is art as well. Yeah. Whatever you want to do, if you want to take it to that level, you have to put in the hours.
Yeah,
and that's how I felt.
My only connection between tennis and music was I once tried to play guitar with a tennis racket, but I suppose after that many shots of tequila...
That's why he's no longer allowed in Shabine.
That's right. Well, that's one of the reasons anyway. So, once again, we've gotten off track here. You just released an EP this year called Full Ride. And can you tell us a little bit about the EP? Why exactly you're smashing oranges on the cover? And, there is a tennis racket on the cover too. So there you go. You're linking everything together. Tell us a little bit about the EP, the songs behind it, and your thoughts behind the lyrics.
Yeah, so Full Ride, the one that's out right now, that's actually just a single, but it's leading up to an EP that I'll be releasing.
Oh, okay.
A bunch of other songs as well. So Full Ride, that's kind of like my story into music and how I was a tennis player first and decided I wanted to move into music more seriously. And yeah, that's why there's oranges and tennis rackets on the cover. So the thought of, smashing something with a tennis racket is... it's tennis, but...
No, that's good. No, it looks very nice.
I thought of the oranges, sorry.
No, that's okay.
I thought of the oranges because the color orange to me represents change. And my school color at University of Illinois was
There you go. She's
well,
still repping the school.
In that track, Full Ride, you describe yourself as a girl who took the other kind of road. So what has the other kind of road looked like for you personally?
I mean... It's pretty cool. I guess the other kind of road, I think what I was trying to say there is I did something that maybe was a little unexpected. And a lot of my friends that were athletes, not a lot of them were doing music or another path. Or maybe they were, but
laser focused on sports.
Sport was the number one focus.
Yeah.
And for me, I never felt like I was like that. Even since I was a kid, it was... My coaches were like, you need to be spending all the time on the court. And then anyone in music, so you need to be spending all the time practicing. And it's like, okay, well, I like both. So
and, let a girl do what she wants.
Well, speaking of doing what you want, I mean, that's what I did when I was, your age, basically. I was partying a lot, which probably explains why I'm here now. But the point is that I was trying to make is that, it's a big sacrifice to be, as young as you are and, to be focused on not just one, but like two passions. I'd like to know, what do you do to unwind? And, what do you like to do for fun? Like, is there a show you like to binge watch? Tell us how you unwind.
So for me, my thing is working out.
Okay.
I've been doing a lot of yoga, actually. So I go to this place called Power Yoga Canada, and I go there like every day, and
Hot
it's
yoga.
Hot yoga.
Yeah.
You do hot yoga?
It's hot yoga. Like you're drenched after this.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
I was drenched eating a sandwich earlier, so I don't think I need hot yoga.
I love it too. And power yoga is a great place to go as well.
really is.
But yeah, I feel like I've relaxed after that, even though it is strenuous and like strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're working out and relaxing at the same time.
You're working, yeah. Well,
You can't beat it. You can't
Well,
beat
a lot of people, do yoga for those reasons, and that's why yoga is actually expanding now into a lot of the professional team sports where they traditionally have not been before. It's understandable because it is. A lot of people don't realize how physical yoga actually is. I think a lot of times you start off the first time, you're like, this is going to be easy. It's just stretching. Oh, it's not. It is hard.
No. Definitely.
Yeah. I think it's time for rapid fire. What do you think?
I think so.
Let's
Are
do
you
this.
ready, Jade Hilton?
I guess so.
Okay, let's kick it off then. You know how it works? We're just going to pose rapid fire questions at you, and you're going to say the first thing that comes to mind.
Well, that's the idea. As some listeners have pointed out, the segment always seems to go on a tangent, get off track, and then the questions are asked slowly. But you know what? That's part of the fun of being on the Humble Badger podcast. So if you're ready, let's get it going.
Okay. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Well, this is why it gets off track, because I always have 2 cents to say. Because here's the thing. You ever go to a restaurant and they're like, is Pepsi okay? I mean, does anybody ever say no? Do you ever say no to that?
Honestly, I don't drink pop.
Okay. But if she was
choice.
going to,
She made a
she
choice.
prefers Coke, We're not getting that Pepsi sponsorship, I don't think. No. Glasses or contacts?
Glasses.
Okay. Do you actually wear glasses?
No.
No.
I just think they're cool.
You think they're cool? Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's good. Nobody ever thinks contacts are cool, right?
No, they don't.
Why would
They
you want
don't.
to put that in your eye?
Yeah.
It's true. Okay, toast or eggs?
Eggs.
Eggs. Yeah, I love eggs.
Get that protein.
Yeah, exactly.
No, the
exactly.
athlete speaking in her, right?
Well, it's not just the athlete. No. I love eggs. I think eggs are very underrated. You're going to win my heart if you have a fried egg on top of whatever you've cooked. You're going to win.
But you're going to need
win
that
over my heart.
toast as the basis for
Nah.
the egg. I don't know.
Toast is carbs.
Oh, I love them. Give me more.
TV shows or movies?
Movies.
Movies. Huh?
It depends on what I'm in the mood for. If I want a small engagement or a longer engagement, right?
That's
if I only,
true.
if I want to watch do something short, it's probably going to be a TV show.
Yeah, but if we're scrolling through and we see, it's a season or something like that, we really have to like the material, like Game of Thrones or something, to actually sit through a whole season. Otherwise, I'd just prefer to give me a movie. Let me see it. I would agree with her on that.
Okay, jogging or hiking?
Jogging.
What
I did
is
think
hiking?
about that.
Like,
There's benefits to both, though, because
yeah, but I'm asking this kind of like, what's the difference between hiking and walking?
Jogging.
No. I'm saying I'm
hiking's
asking
like
a
in
separate.
the woods.
Yeah,
and
hiking, you're just kind of walking through
exploring.
nature and taking in the sights. Jogging is, I think, more
of a workout.
Anaerobic.
Anaerobic. Wow, using high tech
You like
kinesiology
that?
words. Eh? I'll give you a
Clearly
point for that.
another
That's for
athlete in the
sure.
room.
Oh yeah. What'd you play?
Softball, fast
Oh, yeah.
pitch. Yeah.
Fast pitch, yeah. So, online shopping or shopping in a store?
Shopping in a store.
Really? That's an
Because
interesting.
I like to try things on.
Oh, okay.
I'm with her
There's
too.
many things that I thought I liked, and then I put them on, and it looks terrible.
Yeah, like if you order from Wish or something and you get something that's like supposed to be, it's coming from Asia, the
Right.
sizing is different, and you put
Spend
it on, you're
$60
like,
in
what
shipping."
am I wearing? It's a crop top. This is supposed to be
Well,
a
you can have
tee.
the same experience. Oh, I see. But if you're in
You
the store,
don't know what you're gonna get.
I guess.
Mhm.
No, Amazon Prime has been terrible for my wallet because, I mean, you just click a button and then a day later a
It's at
package
your
shows
door.
up. Sometimes the same day, the package shows up. And then the package is always disappointing because they stuff like a keychain into a massive box. But that's a story for another day. I think she did very well with rapid fire. It is now time for quote unquote trivia. Okay? And it's called quote unquote trivia because it's not about what you know or what you don't know, but rather what we can all learn together. Are you ready, Jade?
I'm ready.
Your topic is oranges. The word orange derives from a word in which language?
French.
No, the answer we're looking for is Sanskrit. It apparently comes from the word naranja or naranga. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'll get angry hate mail later. But yeah, that's where that comes from. The House of Orange is the royal family for which country?
This is hard. Spain?
Well, it's not a bad guess. It's actually the Netherlands.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
It's the
There's
Netherlands.
soccer jerseys.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah,
orange.
That's why they always wear orange when they're out there. But again, this was something we all learn together. I mean, I'm learning a lot of this stuff for the first time right now. How about just because we want to hear the bell, what U.S. state is famous for oranges?
Florida.
We love
Nailed
that
it.
bell.
I'm glad I didn't get that wrong.
We should just find an excuse to use the bell for no good reason. So I would very much like to thank Jade Hilton for coming on the show today. You can follow her at jadehilton.com.
Yep, it's my website.
Yep. And I'd like to thank the promotional partners for this episode, which is Modern Mississauga Media, exploring Mississauga through the lens of the 21st century. Find out more at modernmississauga.com. Our incredible co-host, LK, thank you for coming on.
No problem, Pobs. Anytime.
Anytime, right? And for any inquiries from anyone, please visit thehumblebadger.com for contact information or send us a message through social media. I want to thank our crew and thank you for tuning in. Signing off from the set here at Trax Ahead Studio, my name is Pablo Dawson. Wherever you are and whatever you do, remember to follow your passion.
Thank you for tuning in to the Humble Badger podcast. For more information, please visit thehumblebadger.com. The Humble Badger podcast is produced by the Pablo Dawson Company. Context matters. See you next time.